I was lucky enough to work in a number of very good restaurants when I was quite young, in varying capacities. And so I was working in a restaurant in New Jersey. There was an opening for a sommelier, and I said, I'm interested in wine. The chef said, great, we'll make you a sommelier. I said, fantastic. How long will that take? He gave me the keys and said, well, you start tomorrow, figure it out. And so I was very lucky to have access to a great cellar and a great restaurant, and I fell in love with wine very quickly then. What's fun about being in a restaurant is that the wine is made to be consumed. That's its function. So the winemaker goes through all of that effort, the journalists do the effort that they do in order to build a market for it and bring attention to it. Those who are in the trade of selling it do so, and eventually it comes to the point where it's going to meet its purpose. The reason that it was made, and I get to be around for that. And that's a very rewarding thing because you get to see and be a part of the experience of a wine fulfilling its intention and potential. To maintain a list of this size and this depth involves a lot of networking and a lot of access. So I'm constantly in touch with people in Europe, collectors of wine here in the United States, brokers, retailers of wine who manage private collections. And also we buy a lot of wine and then cellar it for a long time here at the restaurant, which allows us that opportunity to really have perfect storage and ideal conditions, you know. It's difficult for most restaurants to be able to do that, but we're lucky that we have the space and the cash flow. It's a very classic structure based purely on region. There are certain things I like to highlight within regions. So while we'll begin in the north part of Burgundy and head south amongst the white Burgundies, pretty much running north to south with a few exceptions where you have to head a little east and west to properly include all those appellations. But we'll start with Chablis, for example, because it's the northernmost part of Burgundy. But before starting a generic Chablis page, I have 2 pages which focus on 2 specific producers who I think are the best. And so I devote a page of the wine list to each of them with a brief description of their style and then their offerings. And as you open the wine list, you look at the 2 of them sort of facing each other. It gives a great perspective, I think, to make people think about the wines that I love and that are amazing with the food that we serve here in the way that we have our point of view about it.